coming up on Seeing versus Believing.
This journey will be one that is full of danger.
The tornado had hit us. The trailer exploded. I thought, dead or alive, I just had to find him.
When people go through traumatic events, they sort of forget things. They block things.
I think he's asking you if you're telling the truth. There are clearly forces in this world that we don't perceive on a daily basis with our 5 senses.
There's something over here. It's like something tried to rip in my face.
I'll drive a car with a hood up to 50, 60 miles an hour.
You freaked out? A little bit now.
Holy sh**. I'm more to the right?
You're on the right.
Oh, stop.
I'm Ricky.
And I'm Jeff.
I believe some things defy comprehension.
I know there's an explanation for everything. Ricky and I, we don't agree on much.
But we're both searching for answers.
And we have to see it
to believe. This is everything.
Hey, did you tell your mom what we were doing?
I did, yeah. I think she's happy for me. I just think she probably wishes I did it when my dad was alive.
It's understandable.
A couple of years ago, my father, Paull Goldin, passed away. He was an amazing hypnotist, mentalist, and psychic.
Ricky was hit pretty hard by his father's death. But for Ricky, it really forced him to take a step back and look at the relationship he had with his dad.
I always looked up to my father. I didn't have his gift, so maybe that's why we had a bit of a disconnect. He would never say that, but you know, that's just how I felt about it. So a couple of months later, I was going through my father's belongings, and I came across this journal.
I couldn't believe the things I read in Ricky's dad's journal. I mean, he worked for the CIA, he helped clean up the Jonestown massacre, he hypnotized 10,000 people simultaneously in India. And the stuff was pretty unbelievable.
And I thought, wow, you know, this is my shot. This is my chance to see the world through his eyes.
So Ricky calls me and tells me he wants to go on the road and find some real-life examples of the stuff in his dad's journal.
Jeff has to experience these things, because if he believes it, then I'll know it's 100% real. That's the only way I'm going to get to see the world the way that my father did.
Dude, have you seen my hand cream?
Your what? What's the best way to describe Jeff?
I got some special hand cream.
Uptight.
It's got some special emollients in it, which protects me from the elements. It's not that I'm uptight. I'm just logical. I mean, my mom's a psychologist. I come from a home full of order, logic, and preparedness.
All right, Mr. Neurotic, we'll stop at a drugstore and we'll get you some hand cream.
I genuinely want Ricky to experience this journey through his father's eyes. It's my responsibility as a skeptic and as his friend to make sure he does. They're not going to have it where we're going.
No? I'm sure they'll...
No, they're not.
They'll
but
have something. I think because my father had such a unique talent.
He was very handsome in his day.
He really wanted to meet people that he could identify with.
So we're going to go meet this guy, David Magee. Ricky claims he can read minds. He tells me he's one of the top perceptionists in the country and how perceptionism is a gift.
I'm Ricky Goldin. How are you? That's
Nice to meet you, Jeff. Pleasure is mine.
To me, it's just a fancy way of saying magician. So Ricky told me you're a perceptionist.
Correct.
I'm not really familiar with what that is.
Well, it's just, you know, basically it's being perceptive, paying attention to people. I take the 5 senses that we all hopefully were born with, and I create the 6th sense.
So it's looking at facial expressions.
Body movement, your voice inflection, your tonality, the way you get excited when you move, your facial features.
I absolutely believe that there are people out there that can look at somebody and know if they're telling the truth, like my mom. But read my mind, it's a whole different story. And this is why, you know, Ricky brought me along. This is just that
Sure.
I'm not a naysayer. I'm a skeptic. Often people think skeptic is someone who's just, you know, negative, right? No, I don't believe it.
Prove it to me.
Prove it to me.
You know what? Go up to the front desk. Ask them if they have any books, and I'll give you a demonstration of something that's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, a book.
For Jeff.
God, he is skeptical, man.
Skeptic, but he's the best kind of skeptic because he's intelligent, right? And he's bright. He keeps,
No, I like that because, I mean, hey, the
asks
thing
all
is...
those questions.
Oh, absolutely. Cool. Nope, not going to touch it. Tell you what, I've got a pad paper down here. So, do me a favor. Open the book, begin to peruse through the book. There's no limitations. I want you to select a word. Words you can paint a picture of in your mind. Fair?
Okay. Yep.
You got one?
Yes.
Close the book. Just remember the word. Focus on the first letter. Focus on it. You were going to choose another word and you changed your mind, didn't you?
Yeah.
I asked you to think of a word, but I was getting a man's name, but it is not a man's name on its own. It's in the impression of the word. Would you tell us what was the word you were thinking of?
Jackhammer.
Jackhammer.
Holy.
Is that cool?
See
That's
why-
a high five, dude. You gotta admit it.
Yeah. I've been going through every possible explanation for how this guy could have done this. I don't know, man. I think what you're doing is cool, it's entertaining, but I just think there's some sort of trick involved.
No, certain people have the ability to do things that other people will not and probably won't ever be able to do. I've done a thing for a lot of years where I'll work with somebody, I'll put a blindfold on, and then I'll have someone get like a hood, put the hood on top of that, and I'll drive a car up to 50, 60 miles an hour.
Can we do this?
Sure. I want you to be in the passenger side with me.
No.
Seriously, you in the passenger side.
No. You need someone to
wanna be in the
verify.
back?
I'll follow and I'll watch you guys to make sure you don't veer off the road.
No, but the thing is, I'm going to use your pulse. I'm going to be holding on to your pulse.
You have to experience these things firsthand, right? To know if they're real or they're fake out. You can't back out.
Yes, I agreed to come on this trip and help Ricky ask some of the tougher questions, but I didn't come on this trip to die. I'm not getting into a 3,000-pound automobile with this guy with a blindfold on his face.
It's an experiment. You have to get in the car and do it with me.
I'm buying the hood.
Okay, that's fine.
So the key to this skill, apparently David's gonna grab my wrist, gonna feel my pulse, and he's gonna feel my muscle movement.
Nice.
I was not gonna let you drive that car. What I don't understand is how my pulse, is gonna keep us alive. A few more conditions, based on our deal last night, before we go on this drive. Brought something for you.
Oh my God.
The crash helmet.
Keep us safe.
Are you kidding me?
I also remember we talked about it. Check out this hood. It's hard to find a hood these days.
Yeah, I imagine that it is.
It's got to 3 or 4 stores. Try it on. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So I got the blindfold.
Let me try the blindfold.
Go for it.
I mean, this is pretty good. But I can't see anything. And if I put this on, part of me wanted him to be using a trick hood. That way I'd know, like, I'm safe and it's all just a gag. But that hood is 100% blackout. I'm scared shitless. I was thinking last night, I was doing a little research into what you are claiming to be able to do today. Came up with reasonable explanations for how you're able to accomplish it.
Okay, shoot.
So the first way is that there's a trick blindfold or a trick hood. We've established that that's not a possibility. One other way for you to trick me is to take me on a route that you select. And I will attest to it that we picked this place.
Yeah, I let you.
Tell me exactly what this is. So I understand you're going to be having my pulse, but...
Right.
What else?
In the event that there is a car coming towards us, I am going to have to ask that you yell, car. Because I plan on driving this thing like 60 miles an hour.
Feel good about that?
I mean,
What?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Come on, let's do it. I think this guy's the real deal. At least I hope he is. Because 1, I'll live. And 2, he would be somebody that my father would really have enjoyed meeting.
All right. Ricky, would you be kind enough to tie me off back?
Sure. You want to hold that 1 sec? Just double check the little blindfold underneath.
Yep, we're fine.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right. Hold on, let me just get my... Are we ready, guys?
Yeah. What? You freaked out?
A little bit now. You okay?
All right, we cool?
You're cool?
Hold on a minute. All right.